Do you know what this is right now, what we're doing?
We are interviewing each other.
Do you know the name of this show?
Tosh Show.
Tosh Show?
Da, 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 show.
Is that the song? Tosh Show. Tosh Show. Tosh Show for show. Welcome to Tosh Show, the only podcast that is 100% ad-libbed. Yeah, can we do that again? Welcome to Tosh Show, the only podcast that is 100% ad-libbed. All crowd work. Every episode. Zero preparation. In the history of podcast, this is the only improvised one. I can't believe we pull this off every week. All right, Eddie, you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Congratulations.
Thanks. For what?
For what? You know what today is, right? Today is the season finale of Tosh Show. This is our first option. iHeart picked us up for 2 options. They picked up our second option already. This is the final episode, the finale of option 1. It doesn't really make sense because we started last year in, I think it was November. And then, all the way to August. Option 1, the finale. This is a big day here. We've done it. Congratulations to everyone that made my dreams come true. Now, are we taking time off before option 2? No, we'll be back next week. Same time, same channel, knuckleheads. Oh, what are we doing this week?
We're going to do a little feedback.
What a way to wrap up the first option with feedback. Because people, they come at us like we've been doing this for a long time, and that's not true at all. We've only been doing this podcast for one option. All right. Well, let's hear what the people have to say, because I'm sure it's constructive.
Yeah, here we go. A lot of people are asking, when are you going to interview your wife?
The old ball and chain. When will I interview the wife? I don't know how that's possible with her busy schedule of not doing shit. No. We are in talks. My people have reached out to her people, and I believe that we can reach a deal, hopefully, by the end of this calendar year, 2024. There's been a few sticking points in the negotiating, a lot of back and forth, but we are close to a deal. And I think people will be pleasantly surprised at the chemistry the two of us have together. What else?
Dang, that frame is looking good.
Mm-hmm. You know what, though? As great as our frame is, it's about what's inside the frame. You could make that frame 4 inches thicker. And I put this smile in it, it's going to pop. Okay? That's just keeping the main thing the main thing. You know that's from? That's from this douchebag that's on the Bachelorette right now. He just keeps saying it. He keeps trying to make it a thing. And it's just embarrassing. But I actually am like, it's kind of funny.
What's with comedians selling out to DraftKings?
Well, first, I'd like to point out that all comedians are degenerates. I love gambling. And even though I don't need the money, the people that are working here, that are creating this show every week with me, they want to get paid. And I'm sure as shit not going out of pocket. So we're going to have advertisers, hopefully tons of them. I would prefer this show be 30 seconds on, 60 seconds advertising the whole way through. That's my goal.
How long has Tosh been dyeing his hair?
Dyeing my hair? Never dyed my hair. That's not true either. I have dyed my hair. I don't dye my hair at all. I haven't dyed my hair in 30 years. But when I was young, like 18 to 20s, there was times where I would bleach it white, just look cool as shit, spike it out. Oh, man. I miss those days.
From our cookie episode, it's a legitimate credit to Daniel that he found so many decent, kind people in Los Angeles. I've lived here for 9 years and maybe found 2 of them.
Shut up. There's wonderful people everywhere. Everybody in Arkansas doesn't butt-fuck their sister, but some do. And those are the ones we focus on when we make jokes. Oh, everybody in Los Angeles is horrible. Okay, if that's what you need to say to yourself because you could never afford to live here and enjoy how much better this place is than every place else, fine. There's no one here that's good. But it's just a reflection of you. There's tons of great people. Go out and meet them.
This is from one of your father-in-law episodes. Physical exam yesterday, PSA of 0.47. You made me check, appreciate it.
Hey, look at that.
You saved a life.
Well, we didn't save his life because his PSA was below 1, which is all we were told you need to do per my father-in-law, who is not a doctor. So that information could be completely bogus. I'd like to go on record as saying that. But it sounds like your PSA is great, and you didn't need to get it checked.
If you watched Tosh.0, you would have never thought Daniel would be a great family man.
You never would have known I'd be a great family man. By the way, I hosted a clip show about internet videos. That seems like a weird way to gauge if somebody would be good or bad as a father or a husband. But, all right, I'm glad you're pleasantly surprised.
From your father-in-law's episode, a wealthy man saying the economy is booming here in Florida while we all suffer is wild.
Joke's on you. You thought they're wealthy. What, because he was a banker? Because banks have money? Okay.
Also about Greg, is this the guy that sits on pillows?
Yeah, he is. That's the guy that sits on my throw pillows.
I'm an ice man, just like you, Greg. Never apologize for ice.
You know what I did for him? I'll show you. I got him an ice machine. It was a joke gift, but it was a nice one. It was like on Prime Day. Look at that. I don't know. I saw this ice maker. It was like the greatest ice maker. People loved it. $400 or something like that. I'm like, oh, this will make him laugh. Put this on his counter down in the guest house.
I'm not sure where else to post this, meaning which video, but please, if possible, have Mima on the podcast.
Mima's dead, okay? That wasn't clear. She was killed in a snowplow accident in Jeremy Renner's driveway. I don't think that's true.
From the astronaut episode, Interstellar is an amazing movie. Come on, Tosh, raise your game.
Ugh, I know, I'm not smart enough to get it. But if an astronaut says the movie's stupid, I stand by it. Interstellar's garbage. And I watched the whole thing, which means it wasn't all garbage until it became garbage. And that last part was enough garbage for me to be like, that whole movie is horrible.
From the tour episode, showering with kids is weird. No way around it.
Well, yeah. Showering with kids, I was showering with my kids. That's a huge difference. I'm not going to take a bath with them. That's disgusting. You ever sit in a bath with your kids? It's just like, oh, it's a ticking time bomb until you know what happens. When I was much younger, my first 4 million kids, I showered with them. They went right down the drain. You get what I'm talking about? So I'm about jerking off in the shower.
It's actually ridiculous how much I look forward to hearing your son's bedtime stories every week.
Well, I hope you have rubber sheets because you're about to go potty in your bed when you find out who today's guest is. Enjoy. Tosh Show! Guys, summer's winding down, but there is still plenty of live events to get you out of the house. Whether it's college football or NFL football or something other than football. Like one of my groundbreaking live comedy events. Ooh, there's a ticket for you on SeatGeek. Why stop at one ticket? Buy the whole row and thank me later. And I have great news for all my viewers because now, with my special hookup, no matter how many times you bought from SeatGeek before, you can get 10% off any ticket using code TOSH10. Whether you're a new customer or not, you can use it on sports, concerts, festivals, you name it. When I want to go to any live event and my managers and agents drop the ball and don't get me free tickets, I turn to SeatGeek. Even on short notice, there are always great seats available. SeatGeek tickets are backed by their buyer guarantee, and they even let you return your tickets with swaps. Sounds illegal, but it's not. So don't wait. Open the SeatGeek app. Add code Tosh10 to your account, get 10% off. This offer is for a limited time only. So act fast. Use code TOSH10 for 10% off tickets at SeatGeek. Tosh Show. My guest today is the creative mind behind our wildly popular and often confusing Tosh Show bedtime stories. Hopefully he only needs permission from one of his parents to be here today. Please welcome, from a bedroom just across the hall from mine, my son, Dan Jr.
Dad, can you use my real name?
That's not his real name. No, I'm not going to say your real name. I don't want people to yell it. By the way, we don't have to have him blurred like he's in witness protection. You look like a chicken. I don't want that either. A rooster. No. Oh, there we go. That's perfect. You like a robot?
Yeah, sure.
We're just trying to obscure your identity. I just don't want people at, pervs at home just staring at your beautiful
No, that would
face.
be nice if they stared at my beautiful face.
All right, first question. And you're going to talk loud into the microphone, okay?
Okay.
You don't have to scream. Just talk
Okay.
normal. Are you a boy or a girl?
Boy, but everyone thinks I'm a girl. When I'm like by myself and someone says, "Look at that girl," I don't tell them like, "Hey, I'm a boy, not a girl,"
Why do people say, look at that girl?
because I have long hair and I'm pretty.
You are pretty and you do have long hair. Oh, man. Do you believe in ghosts?
No,
I respect that. Where were you born?
and the doctor.
In the doctor. You're born in Los Angeles. You live in Malibu and Tahoe. Ah, you are destined to have some problems. Do you love California?
I don't know what to say to that. I mean, probably yes.
You do love California? Is it embarrassing that we often dress alike?
I kind of like that, I think.
I like it too. Mom likes to put us in the same clothes all the time, doesn't she?
Well, so do we.
Ready for your next question?
What is it?
Bacon or sausage?
Bacon.
Drums or piano?
Piano?
Mommies or daddies?
Ooh. Maybe daddy's?
Favorite thing to do with your little sister?
Oh, dear. Probably. I don't think I know the answer to that question.
Nah. When somebody says, oh, that's funny, or you're funny, what do you say?
Comedy is subjective.
Comedy is subjective. And what does that mean?
It means if something's funny to you, it doesn't mean it's funny to the other person.
Now, you are very funny. Who do you think you got your sense of humor from?
What do you mean?
Who do you think tried to make you funnier, mommy or daddy?
You. Daddy.
Who's the funniest person in the family?
Probably.
Susan.
Funniest?
She's like always just crazy, but that's fun.
Do you have any imaginary friends?
I mean, sure, I can.
Can you name all 5 of them?
Bumba?
Yep.
Is one of them Cheetah?
Who?
Cheetah?
No. Remember Bingda?
Bingda? Yeah.
What about Hamby?
Hamby.
What about Meow?
Meow.
Which sound like ni hao, the greeting in Mandarin, but you changed it to meow.
I mean, I might get rid of them, get some new ones, cool ones.
Okay.
Like Imaginary Dragon.
Interesting. Where did Bumba live?
New York.
New York. Oh, man, it's so expensive. Tell everybody your favorite food.
Oh, dear. I bet I have a bunch of them.
What are some foods that you like?
Bacon, you already heard that. I think I like quesadilla, cheeseburger maybe. I like pretty much like a lot of cheese things. Mac and cheese, cheeseburger.
What about, you like sushi?
Oh, yeah, I think I like sushi.
What do you like for breakfast?
I could have anything. I don't know what I would have. Something good.
What about breakfast burritos?
In Mexico, I had a
What did you have in Mexico?
breakfast burrito. It was delicious.
What's your bedtime?
Don't think I...
Do you have a bedtime?
Yeah?
Except on what day?
On Friday, I don't have a bedtime. I'm the boss of bedtime on Friday.
You're the boss of bedtime on Friday, but sometimes you forget to ask us what day of the week it is, and then you miss it. And then how mad do you get?
And I get so mad.
The problem is, when you're the boss of bedtime, how late do you stay awake?
pretty late.
Yeah.
Like, pretty late.
Yeah, like you'd never get tired.
I never want to go to bed.
Who lets you watch more movies? Who gives you more screen time, mommy or daddy?
I would say, Daddy would let me watch some movies. You.
Mommy doesn't like you to watch what?
Scary movies.
Do you like scary movies?
Yeah, I think so. I would like a shark, dragon, things like that are scary. Like everything that's scary, but not in real life, because it would scare me, right?
Of course. Have you ever been married?
Yes.
Who did you get married to?
You.
And why did you want to get married to me?
Because I just think I wanted to.
We got married. We had a nice little small wedding in our backyard, didn't we?
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
It was fun.
I love you more than any person in the whole wide world.
Oh. Where do you think you're going to live when you get older?
I think Mom wants me to stay here, Malibu.
I think that's right. Are you going to stay with us? Are you going to stay in our house forever?
I don't know if I'm going to stay in your house, but I might stay in the city.
What about the Airstream? Could you just move into the Airstream?
Oh, I don't know.
How come when you talk to me every day of your life, you talk to me nonstop from 6:30 in the morning until 8 o'clock at night, and you start every single sentence with me with, Dad, can I tell you something?
And you're like, oh, Dad. What if we were being chased by some giant in the city, and you didn't, and you're like, and I have to say that.
Right. Okay, so what you're trying to say there is I said, stop saying, Dad, can I tell you something? Just start talking. Because if somebody was chasing you, would you be like, Dad, can I tell you something? And then you wait for me to say yes, and then you go, there's somebody chasing me. Or would you just say, there's somebody chasing me? So can you stop saying, Dad, can I tell you something? And just start telling me something?
Dad, can I tell you something?
Oh, man.
Do you want to do some jokes now?
Yeah, I want to do some jokes.
All right.
Does your dad ever say bad words?
Yes.
Do you ever say bad words?
I think I say bad words when you're not listening.
What?
Sorry.
And then we have this whole conversation that I don't think they're actually called bad words. They're just like rude words or inappropriate or they're not nice. It depends on the context. It's a lot goes into it. But then there are actual bad words, but I don't even want to get into those. I don't even know when I'm supposed to start teaching you some things that people say. Yeah, that's tough. Now, do you know what I do for a living?
Be funny.
I'm just funny?
You're pretty funny.
What do you want to do when you get older?
I'm a great builder, right?
You're a great builder. You want to be a builder?
Maybe, what?
Do you like going to work with me?
I think this is fun, I guess.
What about tours? Do you like going on tours?
Do I? Do I not? I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, sure.
You've already turned into a 15-year-old? That's so sad. Do you know what this is right now, what we're doing?
We are interviewing each other.
Do you know what a podcast is?
What's a podcast?
That's what we're doing. That's what this is. That's what this is. Do you know the name of this show?
Tosh Show.
Tosh Show?
Tosh Show.
Is that the song? Do an impression of my fans.
Hey, Daniel, I love your Tosh Show.
Now, did you know that you are on the Tosh Show? That I was putting your bedtime stories that Eddie animates them, turns them into little.
Yeah, I know what Eddie animates them.
Okay. Do you like your stories being animated?
I think so, because I think one time I heard animation story on TV, I think.
You were 3 years old, and every night before bed you would tell me a story. And I always recorded you because I thought it was funny that your voice was so cute, and I wanted to remember it forever. And now I put it on the show so that everybody can watch it and hear your stories. Do you understand your old stories when you listen to them? Do you know what you're saying when I ask you what word is this?
I don't know if I always understand myself. Listen, I'm just 3 years old. I don't always understand myself when I'm 3 years old.
That makes sense.
I would understand myself when I'm 3 years old, but when I grow up and then I listen to when I'm 3 years old, I don't think I can understand that.
Makes sense. What is your process? Are your stories well thought out, or do you just see things in the room and start talking?
Just ask me another question. That's way better than that.
Okay. I'll ask you another question that's way better than that. Is it more fun to hear a bedtime story or tell a bedtime story?
I think hear a bedtime story.
How many people?
But I also think
Jeez. Go ahead.
I also think it would be fun to tell one because, like, people like go, yay, that's cool. You know?
Mm-hmm. How many people do you think have heard the bedtime stories that you've told?
Probably a couple people. Yeah? No? Maybe so?
Your storytelling hasn't stopped. You still tell stories, but I don't record you at night. Are you mad that I recorded you every night telling stories or no?
I don't think so.
Okay, good.
I don't know.
I think it's neat. I've always loved them. You know what's tough now is now that you read books that are like smaller print, is I have to have all the lights on to read at night to you, and then you don't get sleepy. It's a problem.
You make my eyes hurt when you put on the lights, and then I get used to the lights.
I know, and then when I turn them down, it gets too dark. Ugh, okay. Recently, on a trip, you and one of your cousins there, Panda, you used an app on her phone, and you made your first stop-motion little film.
Yeah, it's called Snail Attack.
It's called Snail Attack?
And do you know why? And say, why is that?
Why is that?
Because the snail gets attacked.
Oh, okay. So the title is just a complete description of the movie.
I made up that word. I just said snail attack, snail attack, snail attack.
Okay, so you made up this whole movie, Snail Attack, and then you did stop motion. Can we play it on the show?
Yeah.
Now, do you want to tell them when the credits roll that they need to keep watching?
Yeah, they need to keep watching because there's a funny extra scene.
There's an extra scene in the credits.
A long time ago, there was a village, and in that village, there was some snails. One of the snails really liked treasure. And it went off to, oh no, there's a chupacabra. I'm gonna eat you. Yum, yum, yum. Oh, you look good.
Everybody that's on my show gets a present.
Ooh, what is mine?
Yeah, but it's just stuff that that's at my house, which happens to be your house, that I'm getting rid of.
What is it?
Okay, well, here's your first gift. You're going to love this.
Oh, and do I like it?
I don't know. This is every craft that you did in preschool. Every single thing that you came home, I saved them all, but because Mom won't let me throw it away, so I thought I would just give it back to you, and now you're in charge of it. There's just hundreds and hundreds of things in here. You want to get that off my desk?
Yeah. Please.
Okay, please get that off my desk.
Ooh, ooh. Ah, this is what I like.
You goofball.
Oh, do you have any other gift for me?
Yeah, I got one more.
One more gift. Yeah. Would I like it?
You'll love it.
Oh, come on. Yay, blocky box. Blocky.
You don't ever play with these, and yet you just take them out, and then it's impossible to put them back in the box because they all have to be put in so perfectly for the box to close. Can we donate these? Can we give these to some other kids?
Give it to them, then you have to give me another present for this.
To replace it?
Yeah,
That's not how it works.
You're letting me keep all this other stuff, and yet you just gave me this, and now you don't even want it.
That's true. But what's the rule in the house? You have to give away, 10 or 20 toys to get one new one?
20.
20. That's a good rule. The problem is, it's not enough. It should have been 30. You were in preschool for 2.5 years. Do you want me to tell you the time I was the most proud of you?
Which time?
One time, I picked you up from school, and you had a new toy in your hand. And I got upset because I immediately thought that you had taken somebody else's toy. So I went to your teacher and I said, and you're like, no, they gave this to me. And I just wanted to get confirmation. And she told me, your teacher said, that you were so nice that day that there was a new kid at school that nobody was playing with, and you went over and invited him to play with you, and so she let you go into the treasure chest as a reward since nobody told you to go over there, and you just included him in the games. And I said, oh, man, I thought my son stole something, but instead he was super nice.
Way better.
What are you going to ask Santa for Christmas this year?
Chupacabra things that I would like. And I might say, can I have something that I would like forever?
You want to ask him for something that you'll like forever.
Forever, yeah.
That's a pretty good gift. And you know what that gift is?
Memories.
Memories. That's right. That's great that you just said that. I was going to say love. Hey, let's talk about sports real quick. First of all, do you play any sports?
Yes.
What sports do you play?
Tennis.
Here we go. Ready, position, 2, 3, and 4. Nice!
Which way do you swing the racket?
From low to high, baby.
Low to high, baby. Low to high. You got to put that top spin on it. What about breakdancing?
I'm done doing that, but I'm done to do it again.
You're starting back up in breakdancing now.
think
Did you
so.
see that Australian in the Olympics that people said?
Breaking, baby.
Yeah, and she was doing the little kangaroo hop. Did you think she was good, or did you also find it uncomfortable?
Just please. Oh, Mama, just, I don't think I know who you're talking about.
Have you lost interest in this interview?
You wanted me to do this, so I did it.
All right, you goofball. Well, listen, it's been wonderful having you on the podcast. Thank you for all your hard work doing the bedtime stories. And we'd love to have you back in like 20 years. Are we best friends forever?
Love you today, love you tomorrow, best friends forever.
Yeah. Tosh Show. Guys, it's time to start taking Boost Mobile seriously. Boost Mobile has thousands of 5G towers across the country, twice as many as Verizon. They have America's newest and most advanced nationwide 5G network with coverage across 99% of America. Problem is, no one takes them seriously, yet. So they've tasked me, a comedian, to convince all you people out there that Boost Mobile is a serious 5G network. Time to put on my serious voice. Boost Mobile is serious, guys. So freaking serious. So serious that they're offering unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month. Forever. Are you taking me seriously yet? I can't say serious anymore, seriously. Boost Mobile is now a legit nationwide 5G network. Seriously. The Boost Mobile network includes roaming coverage from partner networks, which cover 99% of the U.S. population. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Unlimited plan. Tosh Show. Well, I want to thank my son for letting me interview him. Do you like today's guest? You don't, do you? Because what does he do all day? Tortures you. Although sometimes you torture him. I've seen you run at full speed, clip him, take his legs clean out. He did a full flip. That was impressive. Believe it or not, Carl, we're coming to the end of his stories, his bedtime stories. This is the finale of option 1. And we were only going to do my son's bedtime stories for the first season. Now, I've saved a few that maybe in the future, special episodes will air one. But that is to be determined. Then my daughter, when she hits the age where she can start spitting out stories, we'll record hers and we'll let the audience at home decide which one of my children should get a larger inheritance. We got a few more years for my daughter. Although she has excelled in some things very quickly. She might be a champ. All right, what else? Hey, I want to talk about some free stuff that came our way. These aren't plugs. Again, remember when Stance sent me those socks? They sent me 9 pair, and I got furious because what am I going to do with 9 pairs of socks? And I made the joke that Bombas, if Stance didn't up their game, I was going to switch to Bombas. Bombas did it. They sent me 250 pairs of socks. I've got them. I've got just tons of socks from them. You know, tons of them. They're just boxes and boxes of socks. Every color in the world, every style in the world. And listen, I couldn't be happier. They also, it's because their business model, they then donated 250 pair to the unhoused and unsocked. Unsocks, I don't know how you say it. People that don't have a home but also don't have socks. They donated 250 pair to them. So you can't even get mad for them sending me free socks. Now, am I going to switch? I don't know. Probably not. But I like them. I'm going to go through them. I'm going to pick the ones I want. They weren't even the only people that sent me socks. In this other company, what are they? Merge 4? They sent my kid a bunch of socks. They got monsters on them, stuff. Yeah, they made a joke or something saying that you can't cancel their socks. I don't know. It does. I didn't find it funny. But they sent me a ton of socks for me and my kid. So I'll go through those as well. This is a great day for free socks here. Now, did they donate to charity? Probably not. That's okay. Bombas took care of them. Also, a candle company sent me some more candles. I don't know what they are. Pen and Beach, sent me one bourbon. A couple of these. It smells holiday-y. I'll light those up around December. That's nice. That's all the free stuff that we got this week. You know who I want to start sending us free stuff? This is getting silly. I should ask for a sponsor or just buy the stuff myself, but that's not fun. Chomps, those beef sticks, but I want a lot of turkey, okay? I like the turkey sticks, but you can send some beef for the boys here.
Yeah, some beef for the boys here.
Yeah, why not? Send me a bunch of those. I like those things. Those things are good. Anyway, speaking of clothes, boyswearpink.com, my children's clothing line. Let's get that off the books. Somebody swoop in and buy that for me. You can go see Eddie do stand-up. You don't have to just listen to me. You can go to his website and check out his tour dates. You also check out my tour dates. Come see me in Hawaii and New Orleans. Oh, my son's never been to New Orleans. And he's so excited for his first proper beignet. Oh, that's going to be fun. And I'm going to give him a po' boy first. Just going to wreck his innards. Some jambalaya. Oh, some crawfish. Teach him how to suck the head like his daddy do. Before we throw, I'm a little emotional here, to my son's bedtime story. This is the final one. And I'm not going to subtitle this one. I'm going to let you guys figure out what he said. And you feel free to write it at the bottom. All right. And by the way, these are never in any particular order. This one, I believe, was one of his earlier works. I was much more patient with his painful storytelling than I did toward the end of that run. But anyway, that's the one we're going to end on. See you guys next week. All right, go ahead and tell me a happy story.
Okay.
Okay.
Once upon a time, in a the two little tiny mouse, they were playing with dinos. Dinos were not silly, so they run. One put it in one silly dino. And
that's a great story. Thank you.